You know it's going to be a good show when the guest says, I can curse here, right? Alrighty then. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, welcome to episode number 49. God, 49 of our regular Wednesday night broadcast. Hey, everybody, what's up? It's the Android Show. Now available every Wednesday for your viewing pleasure on #Android.com. Very excited to have you all here with us, listening in live, viewing live. I'm looking at my camera and I'm realizing that my office is a mess. Reason being is it's tax season, so I had to tear through boxes to try and find tax papers. What a joke. Hey everybody, today's date is Wednesday, February 13th, 2013. It's currently 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm your host. My name is Scotty Brown, broadcasting from beautiful Puget Sound, Washington. Hope you geeks went out and got yourself something for your lady tomorrow for Valentine's Day. Maybe a little something. A nice little negligee, some flowers. Hopefully no chocolate because you all know she doesn't need that. If I got my girlfriend chocolate for Valentine's Day, she'd probably kick my butt. So let's get our guests on the air today. First and foremost, everybody please give it up for the right-hand man, the main dude. He is the editor-in-chief of #Android. Please, everybody, big round of applause. Love, hugs, and kisses to Vincent Messina. There we are.
Hello, everyone.
Gosh. So, how's your space herpes?
I'm telling you, I've been kicked, spit on. I've got every sickness you could think of in the past month, but still going strong.
Now, this is what, like going on week 3 where you've been sick, right?
It's insane. It's like a different strain every week hits me, but I don't know. I got a conspiracy theory going about this whole flu going around here.
Oh, do I want to know?
The government's involved. That's all I need to know.
You're one of those, huh? There we go. Is your ball cap lined with tinfoil? So, all right, let's really the reason why I'm sure that most of the viewers are here. Besides my beautiful face and Vinny's charming personality and space herpes, we have a very special guest tonight. I have nothing negative to say about this young lady. She has been a friend of mine for years and years. We've collaborated together on a ton of projects. She's an absolute sweetheart. She's very, very rough around the edges, but I think that's part of her charm. Yeah, gosh, absolutely one of my favorite people in broadcasting and kind of in the whole tech genre. Let me hit this little button here. Everybody, please give it up for hell. She doesn't need much more of an introduction. Give it up, please, for Sassi Bob. There she is.
Hi.
What's up, girl?
What's up?
Yeah, this is like I'm so excited to have you on because I mean we've been buddies for a long time, but we haven't got to chat for a while, and here we are.
We're like this. I've been super busy, and it's totally my fault. I'm being a bad friend. We need to go out for beers very, very soon. Well,
if you want to come up to Seattle, I mean,
we're on the same coast.
I know, huh? I know you went from Florida to LA, so I mean, yeah, maybe Google I/O. It's just a drive for you.
Hey,
what's up? Kicking it with Sassi Bob. So you guys got to be introduced off camera. Vinny, that's Bob. Bob, that's Vinny. Yeah.
Hi, Vinny.
Hello.
Now that we're all familiar with ourselves, and Bob, say hi to everybody in the chat room there.
Hello, everyone in the chat room. Mwah. Thanks for watching.
So, I'm going to kind of reminisce for a little bit. We met doing videos. We've had videos and reviews and stuff in common for some time now, and we did get to meet at the Big Android Barbecue a couple years ago, and we've collaborated on a few things together. But your backstory really is a really interesting. You have a really interesting story as far as how you got involved with kind of being a proponent for open source and kind of doing some stuff with Android. I don't know. Why don't you tell Vinny, tell the viewers, tell everybody kind of what your history is and where you come from regarding tech. I mean, prove to them that you're bona fide. I know you're bona fide, but
I don't know if the truth will prove that, but it all started on accident. I made a tit joke in a video, and that's about it. I made a phone tit joke on an XDA video, and then ended up hosting my own show on XDA when I fell in love with the whole community. So I'm still doing technology news and reviews and stuff on my own channel now. I don't work for another website or anything right now. But yeah, Android stuff. I don't have my phone near me because I love my new phone so much that I know I will be able to do nothing but molest it, and I need to give you guys my attention. So
what are you rocking nowadays?
The Note 2.
Nice, very nice.
I love it.
How long have you had that?
I guess I got it in December. Yeah, December.
I rolled home from work about an hour ago to find this little bad boy on my doorstep, my Nexus 4, and it's really I'm sitting there chomping down my sandwich for dinner, and I'm like, man, I got to get on the air, but I want to eat my sandwich, but I want to play with my new toy, so I know how you feel. It has to kind of stay out of my reach so I can give you guys my attention. So, LA, you were in New Orleans when I first met you. You went to Florida for a while. Now you're in LA. What are you doing in LA?
I came to LA because that's where all the other washed up wannabes go, right? Yes. No, I'm kidding. No, I always wanted to be in LA to do the YouTube thing, to network with other YouTubers. And I actually, yesterday, the first film I'm in just released, so that's kind of cool.
You're in a film?
Yeah, it's called Prank Tour. So if you go to pranktour.com, you can buy the film. It's just a web film. It's not like in movie theaters or anything, but yeah, it's like $2. It's like 45 minutes long. It's like a webisode where me and a bunch of other YouTubers go and prank people in public, and we made a movie about it. So
it's not like Ashton Kutcher kind of punked, or is it? Or
I guess kind of, but we're not punking celebrities.
Oh.
So we're just punking regular people.
Unless you're another celebrity, But if you're Ashton Kutcher, you can get away with that stuff. If you're someone else, you're called a stalker. You have a restraining order. So you're doing Prank Tour right now. What other things do you have in the works? I see I see your videos on your YouTube channel, and feel free to pimp that out, to everybody watching. I've seen a lot of your videos on your YouTube channel. You've got like a roommate or something, and you're doing some girl stuff and.
Girl stuff.
Yeah, so look, your feed on Google Plus and Twitter are both. They're. It's like a cornucopia of you don't know what the hell you're gonna get. Really. So.
I know people bitch at me like the lesbians in that. Well, let me intro that really quick. I'm in a relationship with a girl, and we make day in the life of style videos.
Stop. Can you say it one more time? Say that again real slowly.
I'm in a relationship with a girl.
Thank you. Thank you. That's going to be a new soundbite.
And we have our own YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/girlfriends, where she lives in New York, I live in LA, so we get to see each other fairly often. We vlog when we're together, and we vlog when we're apart. And yeah, so now I have like this like super nerdy dudes, mostly dudes, and then I have all these like little young baby dykes is what I call them. Love my baby dykes. And so when I post something about technology, the lesbians are like, why are you doing this? And then when I post something about technology or about lesbian or girl or comedy or anything, not technology, people are like, where's the Android videos? And I'm like, guys, they're all on separate channels, but I share everything on my social media websites. Relax.
As you should. You're more than just, you're more than just in a relationship with a woman or an Android geek. You're a complicated person. There's a lot more to you, right?
I know, and they're like, dance, monkey, dance, yeah. Talk about Android. And I'm like, hey, I'm a person, okay?
That's right. You have feelings, man.
I have all of the feels.
Yeah. Yeah, the comment in the chat room by Jazza is that he loves both, so. Yeah. And I think that's something that we probably all have in common. So, baby dykes. All right, that's... I think it's the first time that word has ever been, that phrase has ever been used on any one of my shows. So I'm very happy that it was you that got to say it.
Oh my goodness. So on Prank Tour, every month we're going to go to a different city and prank that city, basically. Hopefully, if we can, pay, at least break even on our expenses and stuff. Because it's like super high quality, like we have a film crew and everything and budget. We hired real animal actors for this first episode. We hired monkeys and cats that are trained, which is weird, but it's so much fun. Anyway, what was I saying?
You work with animals?
I try not to. Bad experience in Mexico with a donkey, but we're not going to talk about that.
Very nice.
So, no, just kidding. But no, it's I don't know. You'll have to go watch the trailer. But so we have these gatherings every month that we're going to be doing where we tweet out, hey, you know, any fans that want to come, because we have a tour bus. Everybody wants to get on the tour bus. We have a tour bus party, you know, whatever, with the viewers, with the fans. And this girl named Kayla came out to see me, and she's this little baby dyke, and she's like 18 years old. She's never been out of her hometown. She like hopped on a bus to come to the Chinese theater in Hollywood to meet us, and she was adorable.
Right.
So some shout out to Kayla.
Congratulations, Kayla. That's more than any of the guys in the chat room got. I got to know, are you any plans to come up to Seattle? You going to come up and visit us?
I would love to come and see you. I would love to.
Duh, dude. So if you guys do anything in Seattle, you know, you can come up here. Nicole and I will come out and meet you. You know, Nicole and I were still, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Seattle is one of the things that we're considering. It's on the map.
When you're up here, you got to let me know. So, you know, we can meet up and we can buy you a couple beers or some of our wine or whatever, and we can kick it for a while. That'd be great. I'd love to see you again.
That'd be sweet.
It's like, I don't know. We really don't get to talk that much at all ever, and because we're both so busy. But those few opportunities where we do get to, poor Vinny, he's sitting there like, what the fuck am I watching? You know, you know, we're old friends, so it just works. So pranktour.com, and then you spit out your YouTube. I know you got other YouTube channels too, right?
Actually, I have not announced this anywhere yet, but this is exclusive for you guys. I don't
even have any music, so I can't even. I got some music. No homo. There you go.
I have a channel that I just made. I think it got partnered today. There's no designs on it. There's no videos yet, so don't like get mad if you go and subscribe to it if you want to. It's just a sneak, you know, little giving you a secret. I just made the channel youtube.com/girlpranks. So it'll be just girls going out and pranking people in public. So yeah, that's the new channel I'm starting. So lots of work.
I'm gonna have to keep my eye on that because knowing you like I do, that could probably get very.
See, that's the thing. I'm such a terrible person that I would be so good at pranks, right? I never even thought that I could do pranks until I got on Prank Tour, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I could do pranks, and I'm actually pretty good at it.
That's awesome.
I do say so myself, so I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah.
Can you give us an idea of what kind of pranks you're pulling? I mean, can you let that info slip? I mean.
Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna look at a lot of other, because I made a lot of prankster friends doing the Prank Tour thing. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of pranks that guys try to do. And I feel like, they're great and they're funny and whatever, but if you made girls do them instead, I feel like there'd be a completely other, you know, who the hell calls cops on girls? And I don't know.
It depends upon the girl, but you know.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know. Let's see, which one do I want to tell you? Because I have 4 planned that I'm filming this week. Let's see, which one should I tell you about?
What I'm envisioning is, you know, there's a couple different kind of pranks. I'm thinking, you know, is it going to be the kind of prank where, you know, the hottest babe at the bar goes and you know, finds like the biggest, you know, pimple face, bald, thick glass finds me at the bar, you know, and then, you know, hey, here's my number, you know, slip me a piece of paper, then how you've been pranked, you know, is it something like that? Or, I mean,
that's really funny. We did that in Prank Tour, actually. Me and my girlfriend is actually in Prank Tour as well. So there's some lesbian action in the film, but we actually dressed up guys as us. So they did their hair and makeup, wigs, like makeup looking like us. We wore the same outfits, and we would sit and talk to a guy, and then we'd be like, we'd hit on them or whatever we were doing. We'd just talk to them, and then we'd be like, okay, we'll be right back. And then the whole time the guys are listening into what's going on, so they hear the entire conversation, and then they come back. We switch places. They come back into the bar and try to continue the conversation with them as us when really they're not. Just to get funny reactions. It's so funny. But no, on girl pranks, I don't know if I want to like be a man hater, like just like messing with dudes only, you know. But I'll tell you the first one we're filming. It's called Morningwood. So I saw a lot of videos of people calling Home Depot and asking them if they had Morningwood. Yeah. And I thought it'd be funny if we actually went into Home Depot and just girls, right, asked for where the Morningwood was, because they hear it's the hardest. They hear it's, you know, It can be nailed really easily. So just to like keep a straight face and just troll like people working at Home Depot and get them on camera. So yeah.
That's pretty goddamn. I'm upset that I didn't think of that.
Is morning wood even a real wood?
No. Do you know what morning wood is? What happens once you've hit puberty, sweetheart? When you wake up in the morning.
I understand the saying. I meant, is there an actual wood at Home Depot?
I haven't Googled that. I should probably. I don't know if that's a good idea, actually. I decided that's a bad idea to Google.
It's when years ago I used to work. I was an ER tech in a hospital, and we one of the things that we did there was it was also kind of a teaching hospital, and the new EMTs would come in and they'd have to do clinical hours before they got their license, and it was a common prank to send them down to Central Supply for fallopian tubes. It's not nearly as cool as what you have in mind, but yeah, I'm not a very good pranker. I wouldn't do very well at all. So.
Very, very cute. Yeah, I have a couple other girls who have agreed, because like the test is, okay, would you puke in public? Would you fart on people in public? That's the test, because I want girls that are not going to be like, oh, I'm too prissy to do this any time down the road, right? So that's like the test to talk to them, to get them on board. And I have 2 girls on board now that are like, I'm down to do anything as long as it's for the lulz.
That's fun.
And yeah, one of them's my friend Hart, and the other she's on YouTube. The other one's my friend Katie, who's like a 6 foot tall blonde who is just looks so innocent, but she's a bitch.
Oh no.
I didn't say it. It's a good thing. It's a compliment. It's my favorite word.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Edit that out when this goes up on YouTube.
Sorry for the young viewers there. I only said 1 syllable. It's okay.
Yeah. She's a real cup holder. There you go. Well, we'll edit that one out. Well, you know, hey, you guys, I'm speechless. I mean, there's nothing like hearing a word drop the C-bomb, you know. But a woman, she's like, you know, you can't use that word. So, okay, so prankcore.com is the film. Any plans on kind of getting back into Android stuff? Any plans on, you know, getting back into the open source? I mean, because you were hardcore into open source and hardcore into Android for a while. And I mean, is this got all your focus? Any plans on trying some more of that stuff?
Oh, no. I mean, I still have Sassi Bob TV. I'm still going to be posting regular videos, like nerdy news, technology reviews, and news and stuff like that. That's still going to go on. That's my base. That's where I started, and I'm always going to keep doing that. But, you know, these are little side projects that I'm just building more assets. I'm not quitting one thing and starting a whole new thing, you know?
Yeah. Maybe after we're done, you can drop into, on Google Plus, drop into the event and you know, post all of your, I know you got so much stuff going on. Post all the links to, you know, your YouTube, and I'm putting them in the chat room too, but that's not archived. Maybe you can toss them in there for me.
Okay.
So people can find you and subscribe to your stuff. I subscribe. And I tweet. I got to get my dose. So, well, that's great, man. Was there anything else you want to share with us, you know, regarding what you got going on?
I don't think so. I think that's about it.
Girl, pimp it. Work it.
I am really good at shameless self-promotion.
Well, that's... There you go. You know, you have an open invite anytime you want to come on the air. You have an open invite. If you'd like, you can hang out with us. We're just going to talk some news stuff. Or I know you're a busy girl, and I know you got tons of stuff going on. You know, you can hang out for the rest of the show, or if you want, you can go ahead and get back to work with what you were doing. I'm just thankful that you got to take some time out of your night to hang out with us. I
can actually stay another like 10 or 15 minutes, but then I have to scoot. But I actually have another thing that I can like tell you guys about.
Oh, tell me.
If anyone watching is in the Houston area, I'm gonna be there for an event, and you can come out and hang out with me at a bar if you're 21 or older.
What are you doing in Houston?
We're performing a YouTube video live. So it's a song, but I'm just going to be chilling most of the time, and then we'll perform for like 5 minutes. But it's at a bar called The Usual in Houston on the 1st and the 2nd in March. So March 1st and 2nd.
The Usual, March 1st and 2nd in Houston. I know I got a lot of friends down in Houston, so I don't know, maybe you never know. It's called The Usual.
The Usual.
The Usual. What kind of bar is it? Is it like a nightclub or?
It's definitely a neighborhood lesbian bar.
Awesome. You're so gonna get.
Oh, did I forget to mention that?
You're gonna have some awkward geeks show up, man. They're not gonna.
That'll be perfect.
That's crazy. All right, girl. Well, hey, again, like I said, I appreciate you coming on. Let's. We got some news items we want to talk about. We'll keep you around for the 10 minutes. If you feel like you want to pop in, feel free. Just throw your 2 cents in there. We're pretty casual so far. We're pretty casual. The only thing I ask is that you don't drop the F-bomb, which you've totally and utterly, blown that up by, dropping the C-bomb. But
I didn't say any F-bombs, right? That was the only rule.
I know, yeah. You went straight for the kill, man. You went right for the jugular. I could see it too. Before we went on the air, you asked me, I can curse in here, right? And I said, well, try not to say the F-bomb. And I just knew it in your head. You're like, okay, I won't say the F-bomb. I'll say the C-bomb. So
no, in my head the entire time was don't say the F word, don't say the F word, don't say the F word. And so I forgot to not say the other one.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, so we got our we're gonna get to news here. We've got our awesome bitchin' dubstep news intro thanks to Key and X.
Let the bass drop. Android.
All right, I gotta explain, don't I?
That was awesome.
So there's this guy that watches. His name's Key and X, right? Real nice kid. We were giving away something one night on the air, so we made people call in and do dubstep with their mouth to win, just to make noises. To win the prize, and that's what he did. So I got to use it because it's so out there. I don't know what to do with it. So news. Let's talk about news, guys. New Google Now features, including a widget and all sorts of great stuff. You can find this on the front page of #Android.com. If you don't have a phone that is running Google Now by now, then I'm sorry for you because it's probably the coolest thing to hit Android since Dalvik. I don't know. Vinny, let's talk about this. What were some of the features that were dropped with the new update to Google Search Now?
Well, they added the widget, the Google Now widget, so now you can throw that up on your screen instead of having to, slide your finger up from the bottom if you like to always see it on your home screen. You're good to go. They added some new cards on there, and it's definitely coming along. I mean, like Google pointed out, this is only the 4th update since Google Now launched, so they have a lot more for us in the future. So pretty cool.
One of the most requested features that did make it into this was getting scores for U.S. college sports. A lot of people have been asking for that for some time because it launched with NFL, NBA, MLB, and all that, and then so finally it's got the U.S. college sports in there. Bob, what's your favorite college sports team?
Oh God, we're gonna talk about sports. That's terrible.
No, I just want to ask who your favorite team is.
The Buckeyes, because I went to Ohio State, and that's the only reason. I don't really care about sports. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just want to know who your favorite team was. That's it.
Played my pom poms.
Real estate listings from Zillow. If you're looking to buy a home, you can get updated real estate listings. Movies Now includes ratings. Movies Now include ratings from Rotten Tomatoes. If you trust that stuff. Well, I guess what I really want to talk about, take a few minutes here and talk about, Vinny, is where is Google Now going to go from here? This was a pretty significant, awesome update. The widget was there, the addition of the cards. What else do you think that we can look forward to from Google Now in the future?
I think it's pretty limitless. I mean, you can tie anything you want in there. You could walk down the street and, they show you, I don't know, what's a special on the menu at the restaurant that you're right around the corner from, or maybe there's a happy hour going on at the bar down the street from where you are. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, there's so many things they could add in there.
I like what I'd like to see a little more of is maybe it's just my settings. It's probably my settings, but I'd like to see things that I wouldn't expect to look for. Like you said, happy hour at a bar down the street that you're by, things like that, things I wouldn't expect to look for. What would be really kind of cool is I think maybe around 11 o'clock in the morning or so, we get, it gives you a notification of maybe who's got certain lunch specials at restaurants around where you're at so you can plan lunch, things like that. I don't know, that'd be take a lot of work, but that'd be kind of cool. Bob, are you there? Oh, she dropped. Oh, so she got into chat and then she dropped. Poor girl. That was a funny frozen picture of her too. So yeah. Anyways, Google Now has been updated. If you haven't updated, go get it and use it to your heart's content. I can't wait to see where they're going after this. I use Google Now quite a bit, more than I ever thought I would. You know, who needs this? But heck, it's got so many features and stuff in it that I didn't expect, and that's voice command. That's just really bitching. Let's talk about the Motorola X. X, is it to be the next Nexus device? This is also available on the front page of #Android.com. Talk to me, Vinny. What do you think, man? There hasn't been too much about the Motorola X kind of leaked.
I mean, I don't know how much I trust the source, but I'll tell you, they've got me completely excited. It sounds great. And thinking of, the big X, that symbolizes the Nexus, kind of just fits in there with the whole Nexus. Let me get it out there. X, and the fact that Motorola is owned by Google now, it would be a device that's just completely 100% Google. And I mean, who wouldn't want something like that?
Right. So what we got today is this hit the wire. According to Australian technology site Smart House, the elusive Motorola X will not only be a device that features software never seen before in a smartphone, but is also scheduled to be unveiled during Google I/O in May. According to Telstra sources, a gentleman by the name of Hugh Bradlow, he's the CTO for Telstra, has told senior mobile staff that a new device is a real breakthrough. It's a game changer that will put pressure on Samsung and Apple. Google has been working on this device for a long time. It has software features and capabilities that are not available on a Samsung Galaxy smartphone or Apple iPhone. The software is really powerful, and it pulls together Google services like no other manufacturer has done in the past. So on that note, I guess what I found interesting on that note was kind of reading what people were saying about this. Was a lot of them mentioned, possibly a new UI, a new revamp of Android, and my immediate thought is you guys got to be out of your freaking minds, because they just got to where they're at with 4.0 really it was Honeycomb, but it really made the advancements with ICS for the polished look and feel of Android. So I think when they're talking about this, they're not talking about a new UI. They're just talking about some features that'll be built into the UI. Vinny, did you see that thing, the kind of the integrated messaging center that hit the wire? Did you see that?
Yeah, I think that's what basically it's going to be, with maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple other things. Maybe they'll integrate Google Now a little bit with some other things. But the unified messaging service, I expect to be that software that no device has yet. I definitely don't expect a new UI at all, unless, like I said, again, the source. I mean, when you read what they, all the quotes and stuff, they're kind of all over the place. So if this does end up being a Nexus device, there's no chance in hell I think we're going to see a new UI. It's just going to be, vanilla Android with the new messaging service. If it ends up being just a Motorola device, Motorola X and not a Nexus, then possibly some kind of refresh on Moto Blur or whatever. So then I could see a new UI, but that's about the only way.
I really hope that if it's released as a Nexus device, it won't have the Moto Blur on it, but the Motorola X could be released as just a regular device and not a Nexus device. It's pretty interesting. One of the things that I got to thinking about on this is, if they do release a Nexus device, or even if they're not, I mean, if they're just going to release, gosh, I guess maybe I haven't really wrapped my mind around the idea of a Google owned Motorola that's going to be competing against Samsung and other OEMs. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, it was inevitable. I mean, it has to happen. I mean, they are Motorola Mobility. They're going to make phones. They're going to have to compete, against all the other OEMs. It's just a fact of business. So there's really no way around it.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to be, I don't know. I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of hinky. It's kind of like with Apple competing against Samsung, but Samsung is also providing their LCD screens, and it's just this like really weird relationship going. I mean, talk about a complete and total cluster. What do you think the benefits, Vince, are of having a Motorola Nexus device released to market?
Well, the benefits are, there's really only one company. I mean, they're separate companies, but in my mind, it's really just Google who has to make the decisions on everything. And once you give Google that kind of control, and they're going to come up with something good, and on top of it, they'll have the the say of where their device goes. If they really don't want it to go somewhere, they don't have to bring it there. I mean, it would be foolish. Obviously, you want to sell them everywhere you go, but at least they can set a standard now. Like, hey, look, if you want this phone, Verizon, then you can't touch it. You can't mess with the UI. You can't put no bloat on there. You can't. You got to have updates, and if they don't want to, do that, then they don't get the Nexus.
Yeah, that has been part of the Nexus plan from the get go. So I don't know. I just, whatever it is, I hope it's awesome. Like I said, I just got my Nexus 4 today, and I haven't had the opportunity to play with it because I had to get ready for the show. But I think that that is, from what I understood with the Nexus program to date, it's been a collaboration between the OEM and Google. And I think in the case of Motorola, it would just be a lot more Google than, say, LG and Google, HTC and Google. So, but I still have hopes that they release multiple Nexus devices, from OEMs, and Nexus just kind of turns into, another name for vanilla Android on a handset. All right, moving on. HTC One announcement on February 19th. So a really interesting video hit the HTC website this week. Looks like it was done by, what's the guy with the lens flares? What's his name that did the Transformer movies?
Michael Bay?
Yeah, Michael Bay. It looks like Michael Bay directed this thing with all the damn lens flares everywhere. So on February 19th, HTC is holding a press conference, an event, a release event, where they are supposedly releasing the HTC One. Rumored specs of the device are a 1.7 quad-core processor, 4.7-inch full 1080p display, 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs internal storage, LTE, HSPA, Wi-Fi, 13 megapixel rear camera with a 2.0 f-stop. That's pretty nice. 2300 milliamp hour battery and Jelly Bean on board, Beats amplifier, blah, 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 blah. The first thing that hit me when I saw the render, and if you guys just do a quick search for the render, you'll probably say, WTF made as well. The render includes what's that, a home button and a back button, but where a menu button would be instead is a nice HTC logo. Vinny, what's up with that, man? What's up with HTC?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know where to start. I can't even believe the HTC One name. Like, in my mind, I can't get away from it. And anytime I hear HTC One, I feel like if you came up to me and I said, what kind of device you have? You said HTC One, I think you had like a 3-year-old device or something. I feel like they went backwards. I mean, it was like 1X, 1X Plus, G1, all this, extra adjective words and symbols, and now they're just HTC One. I mean, isn't that where you're supposed to start? So I don't know.
I'm with you. I don't know what their plan is with this. The next version of Sense that showed up in the render looks like a kind of a cross between a Facebook page and Metro UI. I think
they're all over the place. I don't know what they're doing. I'm confused as can be by the HTC. Right.
I think that this is my opinion. I think that this is do or die for HTC. I mean, really, this is their last ditch effort to remain relevant in the market right now. Windows mobile handsets are not moving. And even if they were, Nokia, I think, has more resources to produce a Windows mobile handset. Their Sense is old and dated and played out, no matter how many times they try and refresh it. their devices, they're all over the board. I don't think they know where they're going to compete at. Who's their target demographic? Then you got other OEMs coming out of China like Huawei and Alcatel and more that are sending out devices at a much lower price point than what HTC is doing, and you got Samsung blowing it out with the Note 2. I mean, what is 8? This has got to be it. This is the death throes of a once mighty awesome powerhouse. And I don't know, Vinny, am I off base? Do you agree, or do you think they got another chance?
I mean, I guess you could say there's always a chance, but for the way they've been doing things, I just see them slipping lower and lower on the totem pole. And honestly, the only thing I can see saving them right now is another Nexus device, or some kind of spectacular, just vanilla Android device. Doesn't even have to be Nexus. But the way they're going right now, I just see it going, continuing the trend.
I mean, they've put out some the One X was a nice phone and had a really nice screen, but there was no marketing behind it. And it only launched on AT&T. What they need to do is take some of these, and then the One S only launched on T-Mobile. They need to do is they need to take a cue from Samsung, and they need to make just a couple devices a year and make them available for everybody. Put them.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I mean, some of these HTC devices are great devices. It's not that they're just absolute, failures. It's just been the whole HTC way. Like you said, they either lacked the marketing or released at the wrong time, or they just haven't gotten it all together to do it right. So I don't know. They are supposed to be making all these changes within to get back into the game, but right now it feels like they're just, throwing spaghetti at the walls. Yeah. What is it? What's that saying? Throw it at the wall to see what sticks.
See what sticks, yeah. Well, I hope them well. I wish them well. They were at one point, like I said, I was a total fanboy. I've done some fun stuff with HTC, but it's really been a couple of years since they released anything that I was just doing backflips over. I did like the Sensation. I thought the Sensation was a great phone, but the only reason why I thought it was such a good phone is because I thought it reminded me of a Nexus One. It looked like a Nexus One. It was kind of an updated version of the Nexus One. It was sexy, and so. But we should probably wrap this thing up. You got anything else, Vincent, you want to hit on while we got you on the air?
Let me think. What else happened today that might be of interest to our viewers? I think that was pretty much. There was some talk about the Galaxy S4, which I was a little disappointed about. I guess the rumor is they finalized the design, and it's pretty much going to be just like the S3. They're going to have the same 3-button layout, that same natural, nature design. So I was a little disappointed to hear that. I was really hoping the S4 would go with some new design to, wow me. But if it's going to be just like an S3 with beefier specs, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, it's the sue-proof design. It's what they can release that won't get them sued by Apple. Everybody knows that the whole design was created by lawyers, not by engineers. So the S4, but see, if it's a good thing, stick with it. I mean, look what Apple did. I mean, they did very slight refreshes over the years on the iPhone, and it's worked. So maybe,
yeah. Well, that's the only argument is just look how well the S3 did. So why would they change that or mess with that? Right. But at the same time, I think that's why Apple is doing worse, is because they haven't changed anything. Sure. Okay, maybe it was great for the first 2 iterations or something, but then after a while, Apple fans and people out there, consumers, are seeing everything that Android offers with the different OEMs and the different styles, and that's what's attracting people, is that that choice and that those options. And with Apple just doing the same thing, making it a little longer, but everything's still the same, it's getting old. And I don't want to see Samsung go down that road.
Sure. Well, that whole design concept is just, I still think it's hideously ugly. I'm still blown away at the design of their tablet. I mean, come on, man. The thing is just...
I'll admit the S3 is probably one of the most comfortable phones I've ever held in my hand. I don't care for the 3-button layout. As for the design and the curvature and even though it's plastic, it felt great in my hand. That to me was the perfect device for me, just to hold. So that I liked, but I would have liked to have seen them gone with a no button format. I'm kind of disappointed that they're sticking with the three button, but hey, if it worked for them with the S3 and they're hoping to keep it going with the S4, then we'll see how things go. If Motorola comes out with this Nexus, I don't know, it definitely will give Samsung a run for its money.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. The S3, I did enjoy the ergonomics of the S3. It was coupled with the screen. It's a beautiful device. Physically, it is very attractive to hold. That being said, I think that I'm going to piggyback off on what you said regarding working for Apple. The same design worked for Apple for so long. I'm hoping that Samsung doesn't put all their eggs in this basket, because while it worked for a 4-inch screen or 4.5-inch screen, I'm not quite sold on it working on something as big as the Note 2, and certainly not as big as their tablet. I mean, that design just blah,
Well, exactly. I did not like I loved the Note 2, everything it had to offer me with hardware specs and the S Pen and the productivity apps, but I did not like holding the Note 2 at all. It was just too big for me with that design and everything. I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I've kind of got banana hands, and it does feel quite large. I mean, I don't know. I have a tablet and I have a phone. I don't need a phablet thing.
Yeah, some of these companies are getting out of control. Like LG just came out with announced the 5.5-inch, what was it, Optimus Pro or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. They're just getting too big. I mean, you got to stop at some point. I guess if people are buying them, then keep making them. But I don't see how they can be comfortable to lug around and use as a daily driver.
Isn't that so funny that technology was leading up for so long to making things smaller and smaller and smaller, and just like this last year, we're wanting bigger and bigger and bigger. So kind of interesting how technology moves like that. So, well, we're coming up to the top of the hour here. I think that's probably just about it, and we've got another guest coming on next week. Not going to quite announce who it is. Actually, I'm going to try and get a couple guests on next week, and someone who can stick around and talk news with us and offer some more insightful opinions. Because we can sit here and banter all day long, but we need to entertain as well. We've kind of got a responsibility for that. So that's it. This is episode number 49 of the Android Show here on #Android. Make sure you check out the site at www.#android.com. Subscribe to our RSS, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Please, we love you. Love us back. That's what she said. Special thanks go to Sassi Bob for popping in today. Be sure to check out her YouTube channel, all the projects she's got going on at pranktour.com. Throw her some love and some support, too. She's really a great person. She's smart. She has her stuff going on. Absolutely love that woman to death. Sassi, I love you. Thank you for spending time with us tonight. We appreciate you taking time out of your evening to come on here with us. Vinny, thank you so much, man, for your time.
Thank you, Scotty.
Yep, and we'll see you next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, here on the Android Show. Gosh, that'll be episode number 50.
Ooh.
50.
Maybe we'll have to do something special.
Yeah, something special. All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you next week. Cheers.